Presented by Miller Lite, Bellator MMA now moves to the welterweight division, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds live on Paramount Network. We introduce the blue corner. At 6'1", weighing in 169 pounds. His professional record, 10 wins, 3 losses, hailing from Obregón, Sonora, Mexico, presenting Javier Torres. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner, at 6 foot, weighing in 171 pounds even. As a professional, he stands undefeated, 7 victories, no defeats, fighting out of New York, New York. He hails from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, introducing Neiman Gracie. In charge of the action, your referee, Mike Beltran.
Mike Beltran will oversee
all the way back.
this matchup in the welterweight division. Mercedes and Lindsay letting us know that we are set for round 1.
All right, gentlemen, first round. Ready to fight? Ready to fight? Hell, let's go.
The bell and round 1. Fight clock brought to you by Miller Lite. Great taste and only 96 calories. The undefeated Neiman Gracie in the red gloves. Javier Torres in the blue gloves. And Torres, he has been around the block so often in the MMA world that he's made a groove in the sidewalk, John, and he now gets another opportunity. Had a stint on The Ultimate Fighter, but realizes what kind of a task he faces against a guy like Neiman Gracie, who's not just about the submission game.
Even his stand-up, when you watch him, you think Gracie's, and you think all ground. He has got good stand-up in the fact that he will stand and trade with you. He's very balanced in his attack, and he does not overextend a lot. When you're going to watch Torres, Torres is a worker. He will work this entire fight. He likes to outwork his opponent.
Good counter left hand by Torres that Gracie rolled with. Gracie began training in Jiu-Jitsu at 4 years of age. That late? He's a Gracie, for crying out loud. He is the great-grandson of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu co-founder Carlos Gracie. His uncle, Henzo, is his trainer in his corner. There's a kick by Gracie. He's also a cousin of Hall of Famer Royce Gracie, who's in attendance here tonight as well.
Up to 4 years old, they call it play.
Torres trains with the likes of Bellator light heavyweight champion Ryan Bader as he gets taken down by Gracie. 90 seconds gone in the opening round. And I guess Bader wasn't able to teach him takedown defense against the Gracie.
Look at it. Neiman Gracie utilizes an outside trip all the time, and he's good at it.
But credit Torres to get back up to his feet.
Torres is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. He has been in this position before. He is comfortable grappling, and he is grappling now in Arizona with good wrestlers that are teaching him even more.
BJJ black belt. Torres also a judo black belt. His dad used to box for a while back in Mexico. And Torres told us he's ready to go anywhere. He feels he's dangerous in the striking, the grappling. He feels that he has more weapons than Gracie. And again, wrestling and sparring with the likes of Ryan Bader and CB Dollaway every day. If he can hang with those guys, he feels that he can beat anyone in his weight class. Gracie secures the takedown.
There's your trip again into that position. What Javier needs to do is don't sit here and say, I'm going to just accept having Neiman Gracie in my guard. I want to start to work to getting myself either in a reversal position or getting up out of this.
We've already seen Gracie's trips, his favorite trips off the body lock on display. And unlike a lot of the Gracies, Neiman Gracie also has been very successful in no-gi grappling. He started early on in his career, now looking for a submission. Under 2 minutes left in the opening round.
It's a dangerous attempt with him sitting back for that leg. That is not something you see a lot of guys that are willing to do in MMA. He has taken a chance, but now that he's got both legs caught up here, Torres is going to have a hard time because he's going to attack that outside leg. With the position he's in, Torres has got to work his hips back and get one of those legs free right now.
Torres has never been submitted. We saw Dylan Dennis kick off the main card with a toe hold submission. Coming up in the main event, Frank Mir, who submitted Tank Abbott via toe hold.
Got an inverted heel hook.
A minute 15 left in the opening round. Gracie continues to fish for the submission.
In this position, what you're seeing with Gracie having both legs wrapped up, he can attack either leg. He can decide which way he wants to go, inverted or straight as far as heel hooks.
Final minute of the first round. Torres trying to release the pressure, how does Torres escape?
This is a hard position. What he's trying to do right now is keep Neiman Gracie close. He doesn't want him to be able to extend out and extend those legs out. That's why you see him keep on grabbing and pulling himself close. The other thing he can try to do is I want to start to shimmy my hips back and then spring one leg out. It is not a good thing to try to get that big jump.
Left in the opening round, Gracie submissions distributed in this form. 2 rear naked chokes, 2 neck cranks, and 2 arm bars. He's fishing for his first lower extremities submission in his MMA career. Final 10 seconds of the round. Javier Torres pleading his case. Neiman Gracie keeping him within his grasp to close out the first round. Corner cam brought to you by Boost Mobile. Easy to switch, easy to save. A donut. He was eating a donut when he got the call on short notice. And we are set for the second round. Neiman Gracie in the red gloves, Javier Torres in the blue gloves.
He did warm it up.
Torres was unable to do an impression of Mr. Miracle in the opening round, unable to break the clutches of Neiman Gracie. How'd you score the first frame?
No doubt about that. 10-9, Neiman Gracie. He's the one that controlled the position. He had the ability to possibly end the fight. He had nothing coming back from Javier Torres.
Torres off balance, Gracie coming forward, changing levels, looking for the takedown, being defended by Torres along the fence.
He does have both underhooks. He's got position right now. He's got his hands together. All he has to do is work at off-balancing Torres. You're going to see him starting to take his leg, bring it for that outside trip again. That's what he loves to use to get his opponents to the ground.
We mentioned that Torres has never been submitted. He's been stopped twice due to strikes. Has 2 knockout and 4 submission wins on his record.
Well, you saw
and there is
round. He is
member of the Gracie family.
Guy.
Sorry there, John. Got to acknowledge Hoist Gracie here, who is a distant relative of Neiman Gracie, and of course the man who started it all at UFC 1. And hard to imagine, here we are 25 years later, the Gracie's still in the thick of things.
It's actually impressive when you look at a family that has continued in this lineage of fighting, and what they've done in the sport has just been incredible. There it goes, the Gracie legacy rolls.
And Neiman Gracie rolling with Javier Torres here in the second round. Torres trying to stay active from the bottom, trying to hand to grapple, control Gracie's posture in hopes that perhaps he can force the stand-up, has the half butterfly guard in, but again, he's looking to the referee, and John, I know as one of the best ever, you don't want the fighters looking at you, you want them focused on the fight.
Well, good, you're looking at the referee, and while you're looking at the referee, your opponent passes your guard and comes into a half guard position. It's like, don't look for the referee to be your friend. Just get yourself out. This right here, when you're looking at Neiman Gracie, and I talked about pressures and postures, this is a position right now he's extremely heavy in. Not that Javier Torres is not used to this kind of pressure, but when sometimes you'll feel a guy, he's just able to create a pressure that you're not used to. He's trying to wiggle that knee free to get himself into a mount position.
We have crossed the midway point of the round and the fight. Neiman Gracie, since last we saw him in action, has become the proud father of a daughter, and now has achieved full mount on Torres.
And this is what we expect in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Just keep applying that pressure till the position happens. That's what Neiman Gracie's doing. He's not working hard, he's working smart.
Gracie and his wife, Karina, the proud parents of Callie, born in March. And Callie's dad looking to secure that arm triangle choke.
He does not want to let him get cross-side on that. Now that is tight.
A minute 45 left in the second round. Forced to tap out for the first time in his career, and the Gracie train keeps rolling in Bellator MMA as Neiman Gracie improves to 8-0 with his 7th submission victory.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of an arm triangle choke officially. 3 minutes, 18 seconds into round number 2. The winner by submission, still undefeated, Neiman Gracie.
Neiman Gracie will now talk to our Big John McCarthy.
Come here, brother. All right, you come into this cage with a lot of pressure because of the last name that you have and some people that you have in your corner here. What is it like as far as the pressure stepping in here as a Gracie?
I feel no more pressure, man. I think the pressure was on those 2 guys. Master Royce Gracie, my big master Renzo Gracie, you know? Because back then there was pressure. We did what we were supposed to do already, so there's no pressure on me, man. I just having fun.
What you did as far as your movement on the ground, taking your time getting to mount, and the pressure that you applied once you get there, and then smartly getting that head and arm and putting pressure to the point where you get free and get that squeeze. Talk about that choke.
Oh, this is one of my favorite chokes, you know. I've been training a lot, of course, with my master Renzo Gracie, with my father and Professor John Danaher. So I'm sorry, Professor John, I tried to get the leg lock, but I missed a couple steps. You gotta show me soon. So, but it's Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, man. Nice and basic and works.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Neiman Gracie.
And with his 5th submission under the Bellator banner, Neiman Gracie now tied with Bellator MMA bantamweight champion Darrion Caldwell and Toby Imada for 2nd spot. Imada, of course, with arguably the greatest submission in Bellator MMA history, the inverted triangle choke against Jorge Masvidal. But the night in this instance belongs to Neiman Gracie as he improves to 8-0 with 7 submission wins.